Hey guys, my name is SickaBOT1 and welcome to Kirby's Dream Collection. Something I've been waiting to do for a while now, mostly to move out into my own apartment. Am I dropping frames? I'm dropping frames. Anyway, this is a Kirby's Dream Collection released for the Wii in 2012. Much better than the Mario All-Stars pack on the Wii because they actually added stuff, which they did not do for the Mario All-Stars pack. For some reason. It's just the SNES ROM. The main draw is, of course, the 6 games that it comes with, but there are also some other bonuses. You've got challenge stages, which are power-based challenges based off of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. And you've got Kirby's History, which contains a timeline of the little puffball. It has information on all of the games that were released from this franchise at the time, along with some real-world events. It's a little weird, but I'll show it off later. You also get access to a few episodes of the anime. At this moment, I've only seen one episode, the pilot, and it was kind of weird. But anyway, the main draw, you get these 6 games. You got Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy, Kirby's Adventure for the NES, Kirby's Dream Land 2 for the Game Boy, Kirby Superstar for the SNES, a fan favorite, Kirby's Dream Land 3 for the SNES, probably a bit of a forgotten one. It didn't even get put on the SNES Classic while Kirby's Dream Course did, and I like Kirby's Dream Course just fine. It's just a little weird that they neglected that. Whatever, you can, yeah. It's still easy to get. And then you have Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards for the Nintendo 64, one of my first Let's Plays, which I am redoing it in essence. Here's Kirby's Dream Land. We're going to be doing all these games in order of release. Now, Kirby's Dream Land is going to be its own video because it is a very short game. It was made for the Game Boy with young gamers in mind, ones that aren't exactly skilled at games. It is meant to be easy. You can beat it in about 20 to 30 minutes. And looking back, it doesn't offer a super unique experience for Kirby, but it is interesting to go back and see how Kirby began. It's a bit of a prototype, I guess, because, as you see, it's black and white because it was on the Game Boy. Kirby's signature power sucking is not in this game. So it's basically a one-and-done shot, not a lot of secrets to find. I mean, there are a couple secrets, mostly to unlocking a configuration menu and a harder difficulty, which I may go over at some point. I'll go over the harder mode of Kirby's Dream Land at some point, but for now, for the sake of my videos on this collection, I'm actually going to be going through it. For the sake of consistency, I'm going to go over to Kirby's Adventure right after this, which is more of a fully fleshed out game. Yeah, I don't know how much new Game Boy games cost at the time, but hopefully it wasn't too much, because like $30 for 20 minutes of game, not exactly ideal for me, but nowadays you can get this for cheap on the 3DS Virtual Console and, of course, on the Dream Collection. And in the Dream Collection's case, you get so much for the $40 I think they were asking for. $40. Yeah. So I think it's personally worth it to get it for this collection. Even though they're all available on the Virtual Console, I got this collection specifically because it had the extra goodies, the challenge stages. I mean, I first saw the challenge stages from Yoshi Gamer Girl when she was streaming for Metathon. That's what it was called. Because there's no Kirby-thon. That didn't exist. Slide a little bit. This is not a speed run. Not by any means. Anyway, I actually recorded a bit of this before, but while I did press record on my microphone, I did not press record on the game, so it was not recording the game. That's silly of me. Woe is me. Ow. Ugh. Yeah. In other Kirby games, you use your powers to kill Wispy really quickly. In this game, you just spit apples at him. And they actually, for kind of what's supposed to be a generic first boss, they have done some creative things with Wispy Woods, especially more recently, like Star Allies, Planet Robobot, even Kirby 64, which you will see when I get there, because it's pushing that. Now, while there are no powers in this game, you do get a few power-ups. Oh, sorry, you got that mic there that kills on the enemies in the screen. There will be more later. I don't know if I could have used that. I don't know. Masks! Ah! So, how are you doing? I'm doing good, I think. Like I said, did I mention it? I recently moved out of my parents' house. I'm in an apartment now, living on my own. Today was my first day back of work because this is the day after Labor Day. So I got a 3-day weekend to move into my apartment, which was nice. I've figured out how to cook. Tacos. I had tacos. And, of course, the candy, with the best invincibility theme ever made. And they ruined it in Kirby 64, but I'll get to that later. Yeah, I think this is better than the Mario theme. Hopefully that's not too controversial of an opinion, but that's just how I roll. Here we go, Low, and well, just Low. We'll fight Lala. We'll fight him alongside La. Towards the end of this stage. It's only really 4 stages long with a 5th boss rush. And not that hard. I'm kind of plowing through this game, which is how what's supposed to be played, so I don't feel bad in the slightest. Not a lot of secrets. There are a couple things you can unravel, I guess. Oh, no, not here. But that does require beating the game. Like I said, there is a harder mode to this game, but you do need to unlock it via... Well, not necessarily by beating the game, because this game actually doesn't save any progress. I always have trouble with these. I was plowing through it, and now I'm having trouble with it. There's a certain button combination that you learn, and once you learn it, you can just use it on any copy of the game, regardless of if it's been beaten. So that's nice. It's kind of like how in New Super Mario Bros., the original on DS, how you can learn a button combination, use Luigi. I remember my mind being so blown when I found that out. Nowadays, it's like, okay, well, I could have Googled that. And you're dead. Well, it's my mic, sorry. I thought for sure I was gonna die there. Anyway, back from work. 8. I've been shopping pretty much every day since I got here for food. Because I'm always... Now I have to think about what am I going to eat tomorrow, and I need to make sure I have it. So yeah, I guess you can suck the bomb up and use it like that. That's very cool. Yeah, my audio is recording. Don't worry. Yeah, soon enough. Sucking up Waddle Dees will actually give me something. For right now, Kirby's just a tubby puffball, baby. Ugh. I love Kirby. I really do. This is not my favorite game from Kirby. In fact, I think this is... I would feel a little disappointed if I played this and paid full price for it, whatever price of new Game Boy games were at the time. But, we're like $3 on Virtual Console, whatever. I can dig it. I can dig it. I also recently ordered an N64 from Amazon. The evil company known as Amazon. And I guess I'm open to some game suggestions. I ordered Diddy Kong Racing, since that's a game I can't get on the Virtual Console. I'm open to other suggestions. I guess I could get Banjo-Kazooie, even though I've been told not to get the N64 version of Banjo-Kazooie, but I don't have any interest in Xbox consoles, so that's probably gonna be my only way to play it. I will deal with the punishing thing about the levels. I mean, the harsh punishment for dying, I guess I could say. I'm so used to saying things scripted, I guess. Not used to this, even though... Yeah, no. No, I recorded a scripted video more recently than I recorded a Let's Play, so that's moot. Is that a... No, that's not a door. That's weird. Let's see. I also can't run by dashing, which... no matter how many times I press this, it's not dashing. By the way, you can play all of these games, even the SNES and N64 games, with the Wii Remote on its side, which I think is cool, but I would much rather play with controllers that more closely match the controllers you're originally meant to play with. And I know in this case it's a Game Boy, so it doesn't really have a controller. But regardless, I am playing right now with an NES controller, specifically the NES Classic controller. So it plugs into my Wii Remote. It's actually really nice. It feels nice, authentic, at least I assume, because I never owned an NES. Like, my first home console was a GameCube. Blowhole Kirby. I have to send you skyrocketing to Grapeland. It's kind of a reminiscent of Grapeland in Kirby's Adventure, but... Oddly enough, I think the game I'm most looking forward to playing on this is Kirby's Adventure, and that'll be like probably the fourth time I've Let's Played that game, because I did a Let's Play that never went up, and then I did another camcorder Let's Play, which I did upload, and then I did a Let's All Play back in 2014. That can still be viewed regularly on my channel, because I am... Oh, I'm actually... I have an advantage. I've also tried Let's Playing this a couple times, but... This... but with the camera aimed at my 3DS, so this is an upgrade, especially because it's got the cute pink banners. Yeah, bubbly glass. Like I said, you get through this game very quickly. There's 4 real stages, followed by a boss rush. So I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this. Right after this, I'm going to record Kirby's Adventure for the 4th time. I just love that game. I could play it so much. I do also love Nightmare in Dreamland. That's a good game as well. I mean, I do kind of prefer the original for some strange reason, but Nightmare in Dreamland is a very solid enhanced remake, and it's actually how I experienced that game first. In fact, at the time I should probably save it for later, when I'm actually playing that game. My experiences with this game, I bought it on the 3DS Virtual Console, first time playing it. Was kind of confused that it was so short, because I didn't know at the time, but, yeah. Now I know. I can appreciate it for what it is. I can appreciate the work of Masahiro Sakurai. I can appreciate some of the hilarious oh shoot, Scarfies. I hate Scarfies. They suck 'em, they chase you, nobody wins. Like, I can appreciate how Kirby's supposedly so macho because he's got an appetite. It's like, they wanted America to think that Kirby was hardcore. Kirby isn't hardcore. He doesn't pretend to be hardcore. It's Hal that pretends that they're hardcore. I just love that I'm back in the Kirby. Back into Kirby. I've been wanting this forever. Superstar I'm also looking forward to playing, even though, like that, I've probably tried to Let's Play it 4 times now, 3 times. One was a disaster that a camcorder disaster that I deleted. Didn't even just private, I deleted it. And then I did another camcorder one that is still up, albeit privated. And then I did the verses with Super Baby Mario when I was a member of LPers Unknown. Oh, LPers Unknown. I miss being a part of that, but... at the time, it just didn't work out. Okay, stop shitting me. Yeah. One thing I do wish that this had is, save states. But since this was 2012, and the Wii U hadn't quite come out yet, Nintendo hadn't really embraced save states yet. I guess they did with the 3DS Virtual Console, but the Wii did not have save states, they just had suspend points. Yeah, I'm glad they eventually changed their mind on that, because, in all honesty, some of their games are very difficult, and I don't feel bad about cheating by setting up save states on particularly punishing parts. It's how I beat Castlevania, and yeah, Castlevania, as well as Ninja Gaiden, probably some other NES games. I would never do that for Kirby, though. Kirby doesn't need it. I am proud that I was able to beat Zelda 2 with that. Well, I've beaten Zelda 2 a couple times without save states, but now that I have it on the NES Classic, I wouldn't feel bad about using save states, because there's some punishing stuff in there. I'm not talking about this game in particular, because there's not much to talk about. That's not its fault. It didn't have a lot to prove. It was just meant to be a small adventure for kiddies. I can still appreciate it too as an adult. But yeah, it laid groundwork, and it's cute. I do kind of wish I could have seen this in color, played it in color somehow. I guess with the Super Game Boy, which I don't even have an NSNES, like a real one, so I don't know how that would have worked. And another one up. Oh, fell through. Figures. But yeah. I guess that's not a big loss. Just a color up-res is nice, I guess, but there is a charm to the black and white aesthetic of the Game Boy. I never grew up with a Game Boy, though. My first handheld console was the Game Boy Advance, and my first Kirby game was Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. No longer have that cartridge, but they re-released it for the Wii U, so I have it there. Again, I'll save most of the Kirby's Adventure talk for when I'm actually playing that game. Kracko. Now, Kracko's an interesting enemy because he's used almost as frequently as Wispy Woods, and they don't do that many interesting things with Kracko compared to Wispy, I guess because Kracko's pretty tried and true in his attack patterns. I guess sometimes they'll give him new attacks and maybe team him up with a double, just for the sake of a little extra challenge. But other than that, I don't really remember them doing a lot with Kracko, even in the newer games. And there's the final bit of the game, Count Dee Dee Dee. Well, it hasn't appeared. Okay, there it is. It has appeared now. So let's get into some action. I'm gonna raid the castle. We're gonna... By the way, the plot of this game is that King Dee 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 has stolen all the food. So, there you go. I'm gonna do Low and La 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 first. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a platforming section before... Yeah. Come on. Oh, my eyes feel a little watery. I don't know why. Oh, wait. I forgot about that. I have to collect the fake Kirby, which is like fake Crash. Crash Bandicoot is a franchise that I recently played through the Insane Trilogy. And I very much enjoyed it. I feel really bad for Star, though, the guy who made all my Lantern avatars, because he got Platinum Relics on every level. It's like, are you insane? Like, I haven't gotten a single Platinum Relic in any of the games. Like, all of the relics I got in Crash 3, they're all gold. But this isn't about Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot, I did enjoy my time with Crash Bandicoot, but I'm enjoying my time with Kirby now. I'm gonna have to take damage here. Yeah. That's okay, because La 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 is dead. Where's that Lolo? I don't know. Alright, Wispy, your time has come. Again. Cute little mushrooms and cute bears. I don't even know what most of these enemies are called. I know stuff like Bronto Birds, of course Waddle Dees. I love Waddle Dees. You know who should be in Smash Brothers? Bandana Dee. Like, I do genuinely mean that. I would be happy with him being an assist trophy, But as a fighter, I think it has quite a bit of potential, especially with the parasol or a spear. I think either one of them would be great fun. Like, I guess he's not a character I guess he's a character not everyone is going to take seriously, and I accept that. But that wouldn't be the first character. I mean, Pichu is a thing, after all. Alright. I don't think you have to do these all in one life, but you do have to do them all in one game. Yo. Oh yeah, I died. That was a death. I was confused by the lack of Kirby's expression. Like, he kind of just froze instead of looking all worried. Like, oh no, I got hit and I'm gonna die. Hello, clam bake! Don't ask me to make a clam bake. Don't ask me to make you anything, really, because I'm not that professional of a cook. Yeah. But I'll have to learn. Woohoo! On and on we go. So much comfort. And lemon time! You know, I guess you don't... Oh wait, yeah I did. I had to touch a fake Kirby. A fake Kirby is actually from Link's Awakening. Zelda Link's Awakening. Okay. That's a good game. I like... the Zelda Game Boy games are actually really good. Oh, yeah. I actually prefer them to Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance. It's like... So many people praise Minish... I'm not gonna get into that. I'm sorry. We're gonna... I keep getting into other tangents. Get in this boss rush. That was easy. Thank you, fake Kirby. You killed everyone. Again! And here's Kracko. Yeah. Doesn't have the full-fledged electricity he would later be known for, but he has a little bit. He has that. Why am I describing his boss as if this is the first time we're encountering him? Yeah. Yeah. I do really wish I could use a power to beat him, especially high jump. Because high jump is otherwise a very situation... Actually, this is the definition of situational as well. But it's fun to use against Kracko because he's a flying enemy who is practically made to be damaged by it. But, okay. Can I survive? I think if I die, I have to do his stage over again. Not that that was that challenge, and I just had to fall. That's all I had to do. Of course, I would be terrified, but for someone like Kirby, that's no big deal. Oh, thank God. Ah! No, this was supposed to be... Yep, I have to do it again. I thought that was supposed to be easy. This is the safe spot. This is the church, and this is the steeple. I don't know why I said that. Not cutting anything out, I'm just gonna do this one more time. One more time. If I die again, I will cut stuff out, but... For now, you endure this with me. We're here for Kirby. More Kirby in your life is more happiness in your life, and you will accept that Kirby is happiness. Yep, you keep doing that. You keep doing that, my boy. You keep doing that. I made you. No, I didn't make you. I wasn't even born at the time. It was 1992 when this game came out. Or was it? 1990... Well, it is Kirby's 20th anniversary. Yeah, I think this is 1992. And then Kirby's Adventure came out in 1993. I was thinking that Kirby's Adventure came out in 1991, but I think that's mostly because the Super Nintendo had already been out. And we're done. Well, we're not done with the game yet, because we gotta fight Dee Dee Dee. Imagine not knowing that you could go through Dee Dee Dee's portrait and just being stuck there. Yeah, I figured. This isn't an easy fight. You just bait him into using his hammer and fall attacks, suck up the stars, and shoot him back at him. You kind of can't do anything else with these. And he also tries to suck you up. I'm gonna sneeze. It's interesting how pretty much all of a lot of Dee Dee Dee's moves actually came from his very first appearance. You got the you don't have the jet hammer, but you do have him jumping high up into the ground. You got a suck. You got his dash attack. You got... Yeah, the jump again. That's the jump that I was referring to. Where he falls onto the ground, that's his dash attack. Ugh. It's gonna be a long fight, and he takes a lot of damage. But we'll get him. Easy to memorize. Got a hammer. Don't know why he's got a hammer, but he has one. No. Curiously, Dee Dee Dee, while he's known for being the villain of the Kirby series, he's actually not a villain that often, and he's often an ally of Kirby. Either that or an early boss, or being manipulated by the actual villain. Because as you know, Kirby loves its nightmares. No nightmares in this game, though. The first one they kept it safe with cute bad guys. Come on. Still only 4. This is a long fight for Kirby standards. Good thing there's no time limit. Of course, a time limit would probably go against the philosophy that this game was made under, and that it was supposed to be easy. Especially with that hover. Frick. I figured. Oh, you did not give me a star. I thought he was going to jump there and hit me. Come on, just... Yeah. I guess that's a little tricky to actually get him to attack. And that's not going to produce a star. Come on. He's probably going to suck. Nope. Fall to the ground. This is tense. This is tense. And you know how you can make it even more tense? When you get the configuration menu, you can I'll show you later. You get the configuration menu, you can actually lower the amount of hits you can take, which I suppose you can do if you want to challenge one, but I'm not masochistic like that. And that was Kirby's Dream Land. That's the entire game. Yep, well, minus the hard mode, which, again, saving that for later. And... puff up. Now, as you all know, in Kirby Superstar, Spring Breeze is basically a condensed, an abridged remake, I guess you could say, of this game. And, well, for a first attempt at a Kirby platformer, it could do worse. It can be a little hard going back to this game, not having a lot of Kirby's moves and having such primitive graphics, and also it being pretty short, but it can be comfort food, I guess. Not very hard, unless you want it to be. Cute setting, not yet delving into the nightmares that frequently become final bosses in Kirby lore. It's a good time, especially on this collection where where it's part of an otherwise inexpensive package compared to what it could be. I do prefer all of the other games on this collection, of course. But again, I think we can all appreciate the humble beginnings of everyone's favorite puffball. And return the food to everyone. What do you got? Bye-bye, Kirby! Thank you for that. I think I just press that. And here's how you unlock the hard mode. You press up, A, and select on the title screen. Now basically what the hard mode does is it replaces some of the enemies with harder variations. I think that's mostly it, just more difficult enemies to deal with, and it is actually quite hard. But we'll get to that when we get to that. In the meantime, I'm actually stuck here. So, next time on Kirby's Dream Collection, we will be starting Kirby's Adventure, so take care.